little fun segment here. NBA TV comps. Chris, I'm gonna throw it to you. You brought up this idea. Give us the original pitch and kind of how
Yeah.
you laid it out.
So I've been watching a lot of New Girl.
Love New Girl.
I work from home, and it's just something that's on while I'm messing with my pivot tables and my day job that requires me to work in Excel a lot. And it hit me as I was watching season 5,
All right.
and I was like, man, why isn't this show where it was before? Like, what happened here? Then obviously Jess, played by Zoe Deschanel, left for 6 episodes for maternity leave, and the show really never bounced back and made me think this is kind of what's happened with the Bulls. They didn't really, we had an amazing streak. Then in the middle of January, DeMar DeRozan or Lonzo Ball gets hurt. Caruso gets hurt again in Milwaukee a week later, and the Bulls are kind of coming back, but it's not really feeling the same. So really, I went through the entire season, kind of try to do a side by side comparison of the beginning of the Bulls season to the beginning of New Girl throughout the New Girl's run of a series, and compared to the Bulls 2021-22 season. Titus, I believe you have seen New Girl.
I've seen it a bunch of times. So.
And Adam or Joey, have you ever seen the show New Girl?
No, I've never seen an episode
Nope.
of New Girl.
Oh, okay. All right.
This will be fun.
This is all for Titus.
Yes, this
basically.
is my time to shine.
All I know is there's a game they play called FDR.
No, it's called
Yeah,
True
why?
American.
Yeah,
True American. But you shout FDR or something at some point.
JFK, FDR.
JFK, okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Aaron tried to make us play it one time. It did not go well.
There's no
rules.
There's
Yeah.
no rules
Exactly.
to the game.
That was the problem.
Apparently, there are some rules you can look up online. But anyways, yes, I would love to play True American. If they want to play with me, shouts out.
All right, let's see how this goes. I wrote this out. I planned this out. Let's just
Plan
read
this whole
through
thing.
it. All right, so I got this 2021-22 Bulls season is a lot like the entire series of New Girl. Going into the season, there were higher expectations after the Bulls signed Lonzo Ball, got DeMar, and Alex Caruso. New Girl premiered in 2011, had similar high expectations with Zoe Deschanel coming in as the lead, fresh off of 500 Days of Summer. If you guys seen that movie, great movie. Started in Elf, obviously, years prior. She was a name. She's a name you put her on a sitcom. Gonna be a great sitcom. Bulls get off to a strong start. Great chemistry with Lonzo Ball, DeMar, Zach, Caruso, Vooch. New Girl, strong chemistry with their lead cast with Zoe Deschanel, Jake Johnson, Max Overstein, Hannah Simone, and Lamar Morris. The Bulls are playing above expectations. DeMar playing the best basketball of his career, honestly, in the beginning of the season. Early MVP candidate. New Girl, very strong first season, in my opinion. Justin Long guest starred, had a little run there.
One of the best first seasons ever.
Absolutely. Yeah. and then you really see the actors settling into their characters.
Yes.
34 games into the season for the Bulls. They're 24-10, first in the East. And then same time in my timeline I'm creating here, New Girl hits its stride in season 2. We got the Cooler episode 15.
Cooler, best episode ever.
One of the best, right? Yeah, Nick and Jess finally kiss.
It's banger. Not like this. I can do quotes all day, man. In my wheelhouse.
Yeah, and that's basically like how the Bulls peaked with DeMar hitting back-to-back game winners on New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, basically and then New Girl, I feel like episode. really it was a cooler episode, and there was also I compared to that, and also in season 3 with the Prince episode, I feel like New Girl, in my opinion, kind of peaked from that moment. That was like the echelon, the best part of the show. Nick says I love you. Nick gives finger guns.
Yeah,
it's fantastic. Seasons 3 and 4 are fantastic, even though Nick and Jess break up. Even though we still have some strong episodes with background check and clean break. Season 5 rolls around. Zoe gets pregnant, like I said. She leaves the show. She's out for 6 episodes in jury duty, according to the show. 2 weeks after DeMar hits those back-to-back game winners, when we're at the top of the echelon, Bulls fandom.
Number 1.
Lonzo Ball goes down. A week later, Caruso gets hurt again after just coming back. The Bulls try to carry on with Ayo Dosunmu as the point guard, but it's just not the same. It's similar to how with New Girl with Zoe Deschanel out, they bring in Megan Fox to play Reagan.
Does a good job.
It was a good job. It's kind of like Ayo was a point guard. He did fine, but the quality of the show really took a hit. Finally, Caruso comes back, but really the team's just not the same. Zoe comes back in the middle of season 5. At this time, really, though, in my opinion, the charm of the show kind of wore off. Ayo is still, and the thing is, Iowa is still a starting point guard. Megan Fox was still making appearances.
Yeah,
in
she's
seasons
still
5
in
and
it.
6.
Very heavy.
There's a little love triangle there that just nobody believed. There's no chemistry there. With
Nobody
Jake
wanted
Johnson. No, nobody wanted it. I don't understand it. There's still some moments, in season 6. Hannah and Max get married. The Bulls, they had a 6-game win streak. Still believe. And then, we still get some episodes in season 6 and 7, similar to how the Bulls, flashes with Patrick Williams and Alex Caruso. But really, season 6 and 7 of New Girl are kind of like the last 10 games for the Bulls, in my opinion, where there's some hits, there's some misses. We're losing to the Knicks. We're beating the Wizards.
Stretch.
And then, but the thing is, what really, after coming up with a similarity at the end, New Girl season 7 was only 8 episodes after being kind of 22 every season. So kind of like an indication of how the Bulls postseason run might end, or it might end a little premature for the Bulls as well.
So I can help you out with this. It was canceled at the end of season 6, or they ended season 6 in a way that they said that they could, the fans would be happy with it. There you go. Bulls equals New Girl. So in a very similar way, it feels the end of New Girl and the end of this Bulls season feels the same way, where it's like rushed. It's like this consolation prize. We're going to make the big boy playoffs, as they're calling it, probably in the 5th seed or 6th seed, which is where we originally thought, or our expectations for the Bulls were at the beginning of the season. But because the Bulls season had gotten so high, to kind of end this way does feel like a letdown.
Yeah.
When it's the same thing with New Girl. The New Girl hit some really good highs in season 2 in particular. 3 and 4 have some spots too as well. But then, there's this little lull where you're like, oh, man, this really could have been awesome. And instead we get this. And then they decided to come back for, I believe it's 7 or 8 episodes for season 7.
Yeah, it was 8 episodes.
And that feels like that will be our first round exit.
It was in 8 games. So what is that? No, that's not even possible. No. We'll see. Appreciate the assistance here, Titus, on having one.
I love New Girl. It's great. Look, hold on. I'm gonna have to do a little bit. Hold on. I gotta. Season 6. Oh no, season 5 is the Megan Fox season, right? With the jury duty.
Yeah. 5's heavy on Megan.
I think it's pretty solid. I really do like season 6. There's some great episodes. I don't know which episode Goosebumps Walkaway is in, but that's an awesome episode. I would highly recommend, if you're gonna watch an episode of New Girl, watch Goosebumps Walkaway. One of the greatest.
That's
episodes.
Season 5.
That's one of my favorite episodes, man. I love it.
Wow.
It's a great one. But we probably get Pepperwood in the 6th season. He writes the Pepperwood Chronicles.
Oh, that's that. Yeah, that was pretty. Yeah. There's some moments. It's just
some moments. Well, we'll shift because I can see Joey has no idea what's going on.
Hey, I said I had no clue when the idea came up, and
Well, unless
we're talking about Swamp People, I can't help you.
Swamp People. I regularly listen to a New Girl podcast, and
welcome to our show. Shout out to Welcome to Our Show.
I don't listen to that one. I listen to now I'm blanking on the name. Who's That Girl? That's what I listen to.